Welcome back into OneSoccer today. So pleased to be joined by Canada's Minister of Defence, Steph Labbe. Not quite sure if you saw that going around on your Wikipedia page, but we loved it. That, of course, is now your official title. But yes, Steph Labbe joining us here. So pleased to have you on the show today. And you wrote an essay for Fifth Pro. As we know, they've launched a program really trying to draw attention to mental health. Are you ready to talk? And you were very open and honest in something that you wrote for them. So I want to dive into that. But before we even get to what you just did this past week, do you remember the moment when you decided to talk about your mental health and take that step and kind of let everybody in and, you know, just, I guess, be a role model to a lot of people who perhaps were hesitant to talk about theirs?
Yeah, I don't know if there was like a specific moment that I think, you know, there wasn't like a light bulb moment. But I think for me, it's, as it has been, like, it's just been a journey. And I think that just kind of became part of my healing process. I, you know, of course, started talking about it to a few people close to me, the people I was confiding in, then eventually started talking to a therapist. And I think I just started to understand, the more I was talking about it, the more like I was able to release a lot of feelings and emotions and thoughts. And there's a lot of different outlets that I've used to be able to get that out. Writing is one of them that is really helpful to me. And I think for me, it began as a healing process, but then the more that I began doing it and the more that I've talked about it, like the community that I've felt and the amount of people that I've connected with. And I mean, of course, the words of support and the words of, you know, from people who have said how much I've helped them in their journey or, you know, saved lives. Like, I mean, that is just icing on the cake for me. You know, I don't necessarily do it for other people, but at the same time, knowing that that's an impact and knowing how helpful it is to other people, like, I can't help but feel really proud about that and want to keep doing it for those types of reasons.
And you continue to be honest with yourself, friends, family, and with people who look up to you, because again, writing this, you were very honest about how you were feeling in Tokyo. So take us through that, not the performance, not how you looked on the pitch, but take us off the pitch and what that experience was like for you.
Yeah, it started out, I mean, really amazing. Like, you know, the Olympics always is so exciting and such a something you look forward to for so long. And, you know, for us, it was an extra year of looking forward to it. So getting there, I think just the excitement around it, excitement of it finally being there was really amazing. And I remember going into the Japan game of finally feeling like a bit of a weight off my shoulder in terms of like the confidence, feeling the confidence of having that position and being able to be on the field with the team. And then I remember when the injury happened, and I remember it was like this split moment where all of a sudden my brain turned to like, because I mean, I felt the impact of, like, no pun intended, the impact of the injury. And in my head, I knew it was something serious. And I knew this wasn't just like I got the wind knocked out of me. And I remember in my head, in that split second, I was thinking, like, is this really how it's going to end? You know, like, I did all of that work. I've trained, I've pushed myself to get myself in this position, and like, it's just going to be over like that. And I remember having those immediate thoughts, and you know, the typical like freaking out is like I said, is this how it's going to end? And then, you know, taking a few breaths, doing a few tests on the field, and then kind of figuring out where I was at. And then, of course, you know, seeing the ref had called the penalty shot, I felt something deep inside. You know, originally I felt like I was going to come out. I didn't know if I had it in me to keep playing, but as soon as I saw that there was a PK called, I just felt it inside me that I had to stay in. I felt like I needed to kind of redeem myself for the team. I knew that, you know, that was in part my fault. So I kind of felt like this deep burning desire to stay in and do whatever I could to make up for that. And then, you know, the adrenaline rush of that save. And then I think, you know, a few minutes later, the actual pain of the injury set in, and that, you know, took over on top of the adrenaline. And then, yeah, the next few days, it was a mental whirlwind, in and out of the hospital for a couple of days, just getting a lot of tests done, really trying to figure out if it was safe to continue to try to play. You know, at one point it wasn't necessarily about pushing through pain. It was more so about like there was, blood and fluid in my chest that we had to figure out where it was coming from and make sure that it was safe to continue to go. And once, we got the results of all of that and I was cleared by the best of the best, I think the mental toll of this being more of like a life type thing, I think, and then, pushing through an injury, but still feeling like it is a bit scary. And then, like I said in my essay, like the weight of what the past year and a half has been, I think it all just came out in that moment. And for the rest of the tournament, it was just like, it was a challenge for me. And of course, the rush after the quarterfinal, like what a game that was by the team, what a performance. And for me, like that was an absolute battleground. I felt like I got beaten up in that game over and over. And then the adrenaline rush of the penalty shootout, I think that just brought my whole like level of my body and my brain up to another level. And I really didn't come down after that game. I felt like I was just on a constant high, and I would be laying in bed telling myself, like, just breathe, just relax. I was trying to meditate. I was trying to do everything I could to like literally just get my body to chill out. And I couldn't. Like it was, going to meals, getting on the bus to go to training, like everything just felt so hard because I just felt like I was constantly at this absolute high. So it was a challenge in that sense. And I knew it had nothing to do with performance anxiety. Like I was so confident in my play. I was so confident in what I could do on the field. And, obviously what I've trained for my entire life is to be able to step on the field, to be completely free, to be completely in the moment, and just to like be my best self. And I was able to do that. I was able to like, kind of switch it. The second the game started, I was able to be in the moment, do my thing. But the second the whistle would go, it was like I would revert back because I knew the game was over. My happy place, the easy thing to do was over now. And it was the time between games that was quite a challenge to try to find that recovery.
As fans, as viewers, when you're watching athletes, all you really see is what they're physically doing, right? So for you to take us inside your mind, and also in your essay, you had said, I thought the gold medal, right? Like the success of that would this overwhelming relief maybe would come. And there are a lot of people who maybe struggle wrapping their head around the fact that pro athlete, success, you're winning. What's wrong, right? Like how, and we all know that's obviously a misconception. So how would you explain to them that it's not that easy, right? It's not like just a switch that suddenly you have a gold medal and everything's okay. How would you explain to them why this is always a work in progress?
Yeah, I think it's, like any injury, like any challenge we go through in life, there's no magic light bulb fix for things. If you get a physical injury, you don't just like take a pill and it gets better. You don't just wake up one day and things are better. It's a constant work in progress. And it's the same with your brain. It's a muscle. It has to be trained and it has to be looked after every single day. And I remember going into the gold medal game and, of course, being super excited for the game. And I remember thinking like, you've got 90 minutes in you, maybe 120, and, you are going to perform to your absolute best for those minutes. And when it's over, like it's over. You don't have to try to like do it for another game. Like this is the final piece, like get through this and be the best that you can be. And then you can take a deep breath and know that you'll have some recovery time. And I remember when the final whistle went, there was the rush of the celebration. And then I remember being in the hallway when we were changing into our podium gear. And I remember just like taking some time to think to myself. And I remember like thinking, okay, like now you can relax. Like now you can just enjoy the moment. And that was the struggle. It didn't just happen like that. And it's a great reminder for me. And I think it's a great reminder for everyone out there that these things don't just kind of like go away. And I think it's just a constant thing that, every single day we have to continue to work on.
Well, we appreciate, the honesty because I think you really do help a lot of people and also just kind of look inside and have the bravery to talk about it. And as much as you gave Canada a lot to cheer about, you got to get right back into it, into the pro game. I won't keep you much longer, but I have to ask, how are things going with PSG?
Yeah, they're going amazing. It's been wonderful to be here. The team has been great. They've been welcoming me in really well and got my first 2 games under my belt, just played in my first home game yesterday. And yeah, it's been really exciting. It's for me, at this point in my career, to be playing for such an iconic club, an iconic brand of football is really exciting and special for me. And I'm just, I'm in a place where I'm just like enjoying every single day. I'm totally like just right exactly where I am. I'm not thinking about what's happening in a year or two. I'm just totally right here and enjoying it. And, of course, living in a wonderful city with my newly fiance is a special time as well.
Congratulations as well on your engagement, and please have all the croissants
Thank you.
in the world for me too, because yes, you're in a beautiful city for that.